That's who I am, and that's who I want my daughters to be proud of. I thank the court for this time. Thank you.
So you might be here because you were intrigued by the title of this video. And yes, you read it right. These are famous people who are convicted of a heinous crime. They are proof that no matter how far you reach in life, once you make a wrong turn, life will hit you so hard. If you're ready to learn and watch how these basketball players did these horrible acts, stay tuned until the end of this video. Here are NBA players who are killers. By the way, make sure to click that subscribe button to stay up to date with all our engaging videos, and use that trigger finger by smashing that like button. Now, let's get into it. First on our list is Jason Williams. Well, this was not intentional and just due to his recklessness. Williams was born in Ritter, South Carolina on February 22, 1968. Williams started on the right foot. Williams was selected by the Phoenix Suns in the first round with the 21st pick of the 1990 NBA draft. His draft rights were thereafter traded by the Suns to the Philadelphia 76ers for a 1993 first-round draft choice on October 28, 1990. After 2 seasons as a bench player with the 76ers, Williams was traded to the New Jersey Nets for conditional draft choices on October 8, 1992. But all good things will eventually come to an end. His career came to a sudden end on April 1, 1999, after he broke his right leg in a collision with teammate Stephen Mayberry in a game against the Atlanta Hawks. The following day, Williams underwent career-ending surgery in which a plate and 5 screws were inserted into his leg. After sitting out the entire 1999-2000 season, Williams officially announced his retirement on June 28, 2000, at the age of 32 after 9 seasons. At the time of the injury, Williams was in the first year of a 6-year, $90 million contract. In 2005, he briefly came out of retirement to play for the Idaho Stampede of the Continental Basketball Association. As one of the NBA's best rebounders, Jason Williams appeared primed to dominate as he approached age 30. The Nets had just made their first playoff appearance since the 1993-94 season. In every way, shape, and form, it looked like a bright future for Williams and the Nets. He was never criminally charged before, but there were several accusations. But on February 14, 2002, his 55-year-old limousine driver, Kostas Gus Christofi, was shot and killed at Williams' estate in Alexandria Township, New Jersey. So, what happened? Apparently, Williams was playing with a shotgun while giving a tour of his 30,000 square foot home when the weapon fired, killing Christofi. He was showing off a double-barreled 12-gauge shotgun, Williams admitted. He failed to check the safety mechanism and inspected only one of the 2 barrels before snapping it shut. The gun fired, striking Christofi once in the chest and killing him. Witnesses testified that Williams tried to cover up his involvement by initially placing the gun in Christofi's hands and instructing those present in the bedroom to lie about what happened. So a life was taken because of an accident, and what's even worse was the murderer tried to cover it up. And because of that, in April 2004, Williams was acquitted of the more serious charges against him, but the court's jury deadlocked on a charge of reckless manslaughter and was convicted on 4 counts of trying to cover up the shooting. On January 11, 2010, Williams pleaded guilty to aggravated assault. On February 23, 2010, he was finally sentenced to 5 years in prison, with possible parole after 18 months. Williams was subsequently moved on April 19, 2011 to Rikers Island to serve an additional 1-year sentence for a DWI, of which he served 8 months and was released from custody on April 13, 2012. According to reports, Williams has suffered several recent personal setbacks: a divorce, a suicide attempt, and drunk driving. But for whatever reason, taking someone's life can never be justified. Williams paid Christofi's family more than $2 million in 2003 to settle a wrongful death lawsuit. At his sentencing hearing, Jason Williams apologized to Christofi's family and said, "There's not a day I wake up and I don't feel sorry for what I did to Mr. Christofi." Williams served an 18-month prison sentence and was released in April 2012. He dealt with alcoholism and said he would drink a fifth of moonshine at the peak of his problems. He found the rehab center Epiphany and spent 30 days there before never leaving. After all the bad things that had happened to his life, Williams found a new avenue to express his learnings. He authored a book about basketball entitled Loose Balls. In 2012, Williams published a second book, an autobiography entitled Humbled, Letters from Prison. And a third book, Crashing, a Memoir, is due to be published in December 2019. Ready for the next one? We have Javaris Cortez Crittenden, who was born on December 31st, 1987. He has 4 accumulated years of playing in the NBA. Crittenden was drafted with the 19th pick in the first round of the 2007 NBA Draft by the Los Angeles Lakers. On February 1st, 2008, Crittenden was traded to the Memphis Grizzlies, along with Kwame Brown, Aaron McKie, rights to Marc Gasol, and 2008 and 2010 first-round draft picks, for Paul Gasol and a 2010 second-round draft pick. On December 10, 2008, Crittenden was part of a 3-team trade that sent him to the Washington Wizards, along with Mike James from the New Orleans Hornets. In exchange, the Wizards sent a conditional first-round draft pick to the Memphis Grizzlies and Antonio Daniels to the Hornets. On September 22, 2010, the Charlotte Bobcats signed him to a non-guaranteed contract. They released him 3 weeks later, on October 15th. In February 2011, Crittenden joined the Dakota Wizards of the NBA D-League. How did a talented man like him become a convicted felon? On August 26, 2011, Crittenden was charged with the August 19th murder of Julian Jones, a 22-year-old mother of 4. He shot Jones in front of her home, and according to the investigation, Jones was not the intended target. Crittenden was going to shoot a person who robbed him in April 2011. Poor Jones. She was shot in the leg and died during surgery. Crittenden was arrested by the FBI in John Wayne Airport in Orange County, California, on August 29th, while waiting to board a flight back to Atlanta. His lawyer stated that Crittenden's sole purpose for the trip to Atlanta was to surrender himself to custody. Crittenden was extradited to Atlanta to stand trial for the murder. After his arrest, he denied any involvement. Crittenden was released on a $230,000 bond. In his plea bargain, Crittenden was sentenced to 23 years in prison for voluntary manslaughter and aggravated assault, along with his cousin, Douglas Gamble. Both he and Gamble were originally charged with more charges, including murder, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and participating in a criminal street gang activity. On April 29, 2015, shortly before his trial was set to begin, Crittenden pleaded guilty to voluntary manslaughter with a weapon and aggravated assault with a firearm. He was sentenced to 23 years in prison. What a waste of talent. Crittenden was in the NBA for 3 seasons, from 2007 to 2010, where he played for the Wizards from the 2008-09 through the 2009-10 seasons. Though his time in DC was short, Crittenden is best known as one of the players involved in the infamous Gungate incident with former franchise star Gilbert Arenas in December 2009, when both players brandished firearms in the Wizards' locker room. Both players were suspended for the remainder of the 2009-10 season as a result of that incident and never recovered. Crittenden never played in the NBA again after the locker room incident, though he did play in China and the D-League in the 2010-11 season. In one click of a gun, 4 children lost their mother. What do you think about these NBA players who are killers? Let us know in the comment section below, and hey, if you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel so we continue giving you the best content. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.